Hello everybody, my name is
Mediak. I got a sort of quick video here today. I'm currently working on a video where I talk about my favorite multiplayer shooter, and I've gathered all the footage for that, and it's caused my hyperactive brain to start craving a more modern FPS experience. I wanted something that wouldn't have insanely long wait times, so it needed to be newer. I also like respawning because I'm not very skilled and need to die like 10 times before warming up, so that means that R6 had to be removed from the equation. And there's not a chance I was going to be playing Modern Warfare 3 too. That game Zombies was so bad, it never made me want to go and even explore the other two options. Luckily for me, there are still a bunch of options for me to play, even with all of these requirements. Now, for the sake of getting to the damn point, I'm not going to list off the hundreds of free multiplayer shooters. You've definitely seen the thumbnail and the title. I, for some dumb reason, really enjoy XDefiant. And I hate that I do. I choose to believe that I am an artist, so I should hate anything that Ubisoft makes, regardless of the quality. They've shown themselves to be a bad company over and over and over again. And to add to that, I don't even have an attachment to the games that they released before it came out that they were bad. To make it even more funny, I haven't even played a game that the faction spawned from in XDefiant. The day after I recorded this video, Season 1 started, and they added the Rainbow Six team as a new faction. I haven't unlocked them yet, but I actually do know the Rainbow Six faction, so they finally added a faction into the game that I know. And they also added a bunch of new stuff into the shop, so I don't know. That gets rid of part of a complaint. Whatever, I don't know what the fuck. That's right. I've never played a Watch Dogs game. I've only ever heard of Splinter Cells. I tried Far Cry 4 once, but I didn't even know that they got to 6. And I don't even have an idea what the Division and Ghost Recon Phantoms are. And to top it off, I'm not even going to put effort into researching those factions for this video, because it's Ubisoft, so I don't ever plan on playing those games. And with all of that said, why the heck did I even download the game? And the answer is, because it's free, and the Actman and Bricky made a video on it. The thing that got me to stay in the game was the movement. In a week or so, you'll see in that video that I was talking about earlier that I made a big deal about the movement of Titanfall 2. This is because movement in a shooter is the most important aspect of the game to me. More than gunplay, more than time to kill, and more than the maps. All three are important, but I don't find them as important as movement. I won't talk about that much here because that's what that video is for, but XDefiant's movement is super lightweight. I'm not sure if it makes sense in the story, like with Titanfall 2, but I also don't really give a shit. Vanguard and New Modern Warfare 2 are faster-paced CODs, but their MP still doesn't feel just right. I honestly can't really put it into words, but the speed isn't consistent and the extra movement options aren't as fun. In XDefiant, I figured out this jump, slide, jump move that allows me to travel a bit faster. And it reminds me of the bunny hopping back in Black Ops 3. And that is literally the reason why I like the zombies so much. The speed that I can get to allows me to flank a good bit, which is pretty fun to me. I've never been a camper, and I feel like COD is more of a camp-focused game. XDefiant plays towards my skills a little bit more, so I've been drawn more to this than I have been to a COD in years. I do have a lot of negative things to say too, I just wanted to compare it to COD. It's really not that high of a praise to be better than a Call of Duty game. It's just more impressive because it's free. But that obviously comes with a catch because there are a billion microtransactions. You can't even look at the Battle Pass items without denying a purchase, and you have to do it every single time. Also, the store seems literally useless right now. I don't know if it's because I don't know any of the teams, but all the cosmetics look super dumb. I don't even think I've seen anyone use something from the shop. Even the stuff in the Battle Pass doesn't look good. Which is a good thing, I guess, because I won't be buying anything. I honestly don't think that the store/Battle Pass section of games is a big deal as long as the gameplay is good. Which, as I said before, I think the gameplay is good in this game. Even though I don't know the factions, I like how different each of them feel. There are clear advantages and disadvantages to all of them. The cleaners are definitely the best because they have fire bullets and instant kill specials. Plus, their ultimate is literally the best in the game. However, they aren't so much better that there isn't even a discussion about it. And I feel that applies to the weapons too. I haven't extensively used every single weapon, but I don't think there was a singular weapon that players were using more than others. The meta is whatever works best for the player at the moment. I'm a really big fan of the shotguns, so I would use the invisibility ability and flank teammates from behind. But that really depends on the game mode though. Domination is a classic and probably the fastest game mode. Plus, you can essentially use any faction and weapon and still have fun. The escort game is probably my favorite, but it definitely is the longest game. I like how much I had to change my weapons around in this mode. It's so fun because each section of the map requires a different playstyle, and your team wins by adapting to each new room better than the opponents. I think that says something a bit about the map design. I'm not an expert, but I think the maps are pretty good. The one city escort map has one bad design point though, so bad that even I noticed. As a defender, me and my teams would run into Area 3 instead of Area 1 at the start of the game way too many times. This is because you spawn in Area 2 with Area 1 to your left and Area 3 to your right. I'm a right-handed little boy, so I obviously go right, and since I am a movement man, I am faster than my team. Since FPS players are lemmings, they just follow me. By the time we figure out what we have done, the enemy team is nearly in Area 2. I think that's just bad design. This is getting longer than expected, so I will only say one more bit of info about the game. I like and don't like how everyone gets medaled. I honestly don't really care to see the best thing that I did in a game. I definitely don't want to see it if the best thing I did was travel a distance. That just makes me feel bad about myself. The only time it's funny is if you play so bad that the game says a funny little line. There was just some creativity in that. It made me giggle. I am not going to rank this game in my ranking every video games ever. We need to see how the game develops over time and if it will even exist in the future. Feel free to make fun of me for playing this. I just need something to scratch the multiplayer itch until Black Ops 6 comes out. Alright, see you guys later. Bye. Please subscribe.